Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. And this is week 2, and I just had my notes here of the how to get started with Papercrafting Series. And this is week 2, which is stamps and ink. So last week we did card bases, mats, layers and glues, and I showed you how to make these 2 cards. Let me just get rid of my face and pop you on my hands. Be better to see. So we made these 2 and I showed you the difference that you get from doing different sizes of mats and layering. So I've got these 2 cards that we did last week and I'm going to kind of use them today. That is not straight and it's annoying me. There we go. So looking at inks, now I wanted to show you. So I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I love all of the Stampin' Up products because the colour coordination is done for me. I just don't have to worry. Everything goes. Ink, ribbon, paper, cardstock, you name it, it all goes. And I have just got this fabulous colour wheel, which I haven't worked out how to use yet, but that's further down the line. So the Stampin' Up ink pads, this is Shy Shamrock and this is Real Red. And if you can see behind me here, these are all my ink pads. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I think, about that, with the ink colours, which change every year. We get a 2-year cycle, if that makes sense. Let me see if I can get rid of that shadow. Is that better or worse? Maybe this is too low. Let's put that up a bit. That's better. Nope, still got shadow. Okay. So I love these. When you get them, they can be a little hard to open. I have rheumatoid arthritis and most of the time I can open them. There's a little bit there where you put your thumb, you lift it up and then you slide it along and it sits there. So when it's back in its case, it's actually sitting upside down so that the ink doesn't dry out as quickly in it, and I just think they're fabulous. So I've got 2. I've got a green and a red for today because that's what we have got on the cardstock. And then the other type of ink that I wanted to show you is called Memento Tuxedo Black, and basically you see already got ink on myself. This is what happens when you want to colour. Now I'm not going to show you how to colour in today. I'm just going to use the black for stamping. Colouring is another couple of weeks away. I've also got these labels which I've die cut because I want to show you the difference between stamping in colour and stamping in black. And I've got some stamps here, Christmas presents, so I thought, I mean, it could be birthday, but I've kind of done red and green, so I thought so I'm going to be using the greetings of the season, which these labels coordinate with the dies. I've got the star from the Shepherd's Care because I wanted to show you the different types. So we have 2 types of stamps. We have photopolymer, which is this. It's completely clear, so when you're stamping, absolutely brilliant. You can see exactly where you're stamping and what you're stamping. You can line it up and it's brilliant. They're not as you can with the new Stampin' Right markers, you can actually use the markers. That's another, actually let me show you, that's another form of ink. I've got a navy there. No, we don't want a navy star, do we? We'll have a lemon lolly star, so I can show you that's another form of ink. And then the cling, which is this one. So when you turn it over, you've got the image on the back. You have to put that on separately. So here are my images. Ugh. The stamps come like this in red rubber, and when you turn it over, you can see there I've taken most of the thing off and I've left the individual ones so I can see which I need to do. And then you get these stickers. Now I've already put that one on there, so you can line up, but the stickers are not necessarily an exact precise place of where you're placing them. So when you look at the difference between, if I'm stamping down, I can see exactly if that's straight, wonky. That one I can't. So I've got grid paper here. I'm going to do some stamping on that and then we'll do the labels just so you can see the difference. So I've got the red rubber, the star, and I've got some sentiments, and I've also got some sentiments to go inside. So I'm going to start off by just showing you on the grid paper. Okay, so let me do, I'll tell you what, I'll get you take the Stampin' Right markers, you buy them by family colour, which is a pack of 10. And this is Lemon Lolly. So I think this is a subtle, I'm not sure without looking at the catalogue. Absolutely love it. But you take, so it has a thin nib end, which is brilliant for writing and narrow things. And then it has a brush end as well. So you can see there it's got a picture of the brush, and there it's got a picture of the nib. So it even tells you it's 0.5 millimeters. Okay, so I'm just going to, with my brush laying flat, I'm going to go over my star. Now I will do it onto some cardstock, but just first I want to show you on the grid paper. Have I got all of it? I think I have. And I huffed on it. And there you go. Can you see that? No, let me get a bit of card and do it on there, and then I can lift it up to show you. Let's get a bit of white card. So I'm going to go over it again, just to make sure it's inked. Now you can do this on the photopolymer, but it's not as good. Right, so let's stamp the star again. And there you go. There's my star. Now you might not be able to see that, but there's kind of some missing. It's because I've not used it before and it's not been cleaned. Now if I then clean it with my chamois and stamp again, just make sure it's dry. Go over it again. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, that is much better. Much better. So the first time you stamp, there's I don't know if it's wax or what it is, coating on the top, and I hadn't cleaned it. Then I used the ink and cleaned it. Now I'm going to show, so that's in the Stampin' Right marker. Let me show you if I actually ink the ink pad up. So remember, we open it and slide it and tap, tap, tap 3 times, and I should have an amazing, yeah. So of the 3, the one with the ink pad is clearly better. But for example, if you're out and about and you're crafting with friends and you haven't got the colour you want, but you've got your Stampin' Right markers, then there's absolutely nothing to stop you using that. So that's that. Now, as you saw, I cleaned it using a chamois, which is wet, and I just keep it in this stamp case, and I'm just wiping that and then letting it dry. There are various other ways. You can just run it under the tap, which is a really good way. So I've finished with the Lemon Lolly, I think. Just get them out of the way. Okay, so that's a cling. They call it a cling stamp set, and it's made of red rubber. And we're now going to move on to using photopolymer, and I'm going to stamp some sentiments. I'll be using that another time. So I've got these various little labels, which I'm going to show you the difference between black and colour. Right, so I've got to work out which one. So I've got the season will fit in there. I haven't got I think it's because it's got the stamp set's got celebrate and grateful. So grateful for you, celebrate the season, and that's a big one. In fact, let me grab a big label. See if I can fit that. Will that fit in there? Celebrate. Yeah, okay, I'll show you that as well. So I just need another block. Yeah, that one's not big enough. My blocks need cleaning. Right, okay, so celebrate. This is going to be too big to go on there, but I just want to share it with you. I'll do it in green. This is one of the in colours, Shy Shamrock. Beautiful, beautiful colour. So I'm going to just, I'm going to tap, tap, tap 3 times. You don't want too much ink because it will go, when you press down, it will go everywhere. So I just did it 3 times, tap, tap, tap. And now I'm lining up my label. And I'm just going to press it down, push gently. Don't rock it, and lift it straight up. And there you go. Celebrate. And then let me just quickly clean that, because it's like, that's the other thing. Photopolymer marks, cling doesn't mark. Now that was a green, so that's good. It's come straight off. If it was a red, it would already have stained it. It drives me mad, but there's nothing I could do about it. So celebrate, and then I've got the season. So I'll do that in red. Now this label is, oh, I suppose it could go on. I'll show you. So I'm going to do tap, 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 and then I'm going to line up, celebrate the season. Push down gently, lift straight up, and there you go. Just close that to keep it. Now we could lay that on like that, but it's a very big tag and it will take over the whole card. It might go better with that one actually. Yeah, but I'm not going to use it for now. Just going to quickly clean my red and you'll see what I mean about it staining. So I've got all the ink off, but if you look through it now, you can see that it has changed colour. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. It stains. Now, what I have got also is from the greetings of the season, which is the part of the bundle with the labels. I've got one that will go on the inside. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. And that's going to go on the inside. So what I'm going to do is, what did the green? The green was quite bright actually. I'm going to do it in green. Whoa, nearly dropped it. That's the other thing. Make sure you clean your, close your stamp sets as soon as you're finished with them, because trust me, for the voice of experience, I've dropped them on a card that's taken me hours to make and it's ruined it. I've got it all over my hands. You get your arm in it. I thought I had then. So it's just safer to close them straight away. Right, now I'm going to do this all in one colour, and then on the other one I'm going to show you a neat little trick. So may your holiday season be filled with warmth. So press down, lift straight up, and there you go. A lovely, lovely sentiment. Now going back to they've changed the font on this, okay, and I don't want to blind you with something. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can either I didn't take my own advice. I didn't close the stamp set. You can use the marker, so you could use a green and a red marker, or you could, because of where I can see, but the "and" is right in amongst all of this font, you could just tap, tap, tap the top bit and then do the bottom bit. In fact, let's do that. We'll try that. So do we want red first and then green, or green and red? No, I think we'll have green first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up this top part of the stamp, which is in the caps, in the capitals. And I can see, because it's photopolymer, I couldn't do this with the cling stamp. I can see right up to, so 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 lines in green. And I can stamp that. Okay, so now we've just got the first part, and I'm going to clean that. And then I'm going to get the red. Now, ideally, I would want the "and" to be in the same colour, but they've tucked it right in amongst the cheerful, so it's really, really difficult. So now I'm going to get the other half of my stamp. Let's bring this in the middle, see if you can see. So I'm just going to do the cheerful celebration "and." Okay, and I've stopped there. Move that out of the way. And then now I can line up. Oh, hang on, the "and" isn't completely covered. So again, that's the beautiful beauty of the photopolymer. I could see that the top of the "and" didn't have any ink on it. So before I pressed down, I was able to okay, and there you go. You've now got the green and the red. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. So we've got our insides done. Okay, now I'm going to clean that, and you'll see that the bit that had the red on will be stained. Now I haven't shown you the black yet. I'm going to do that in a minute on scrap paper. Oh, you see this? I don't want it to be red. I really, really, really don't want it to be red. Nothing I can do about it. There we go. Okay, so we did that on the large tag, which I'm not going to use, but I do want to use some of the little tags. So I've got the season. Oh, and I wanted to show you the tree. So maybe I won't use the season. Well, I was going to just use that to show you the little one, but I think we'll give those a miss. I've already shown you that one. So what do I want to say? Whoops-a-daisy. And that's the other thing about the photopolymer. When you get them inside, you've got the sayings stamped or the images stamped, so you know exactly where to line them up. The season. And then I've got my celebrate. This is from Iconic Imagery. So basically you've got snowflakes, autumn leaves, candles, leaves, trees, hearts, stars, and sayings. But what I'm going to use is, I think we'll go Season's Greetings on here. If I can find it. Season's Greetings. Yeah. Now, I want my label to be at an angle. Okay. So do I do my Season's Greetings straight, or do I do it? No, I think I do it and then just tilt it. Okay. But you can play around and just do it. So I'm just lining that. Actually, the best way to do it on my grid paper, I've got these lines, big lines. So I'm just going to line up my seasons so that it's straight and then pop it on my block. Okay, now I'm going to stamp on the back because I want to show you it in black, and then I'm going to do it in probably in green. So tap, tap, tap. Season's Greetings. So that's just like generic black. That's fine. It would look, oops, it would look okay on the card. But I think given that I've got green and red everywhere, probably I'm going to go with the, let's just give that a clean. Now I've got a red base, so I think we'll probably go with the green. And I'm actually going to change the green because that shaded spruce is not really, I've got garden green, I think is probably the best one to use. Not my favourite green by any stretch of the imagination. Where is it? Oh. Right at the bottom. Okay. I really rarely use this colour. I love greens, as you can see, but I rarely use garden green. I don't know what it is about it. I'm just not that enamoured. But it's going to pull out the colours in the card. So, Season's Greetings. And then because they're parcels, it's not religious. You can give it to somebody who's not religious. So there we go, Season's Greetings. And that will go on there with some dimensionals. And the black's not showing through. Whoops. Now, what colour ribbon to use? That is the question. Got my tweezers somewhere. Here we go. And my little rubbish pot. And I'm going to put it at a jaunty angle right in the middle. And now to finish that off, I just need a bow. The question is, what colour? I've got shaded spruce, but that, as we've ascertained, doesn't really go. What about this? Nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white. Just going to clean that stamp set. And this is another trick. Whoops, we're getting ahead of ourselves, really. Actually, I'm going to leave that. I don't want to. I'm focusing on stamps and ink today, so I don't want to take away. So I've now popped that on, and that's the message. And then this one, which is a smaller one, what sentiment could we use for this one? Merry Christmas. Let me see where Christmas is. Oh, Happy Christmas. Do we say we say merry, don't we? So season's greetings can go back. Christmas. Will that fit on there? No. Will it fit on there? No. Will it fit on there? Yes. So we've got Christmas and Merry Christmas. Don't need to do that tree now. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to do it in garden green again. Okay, so it's tap 3 times, 1, 2, 3, making sure I've got some good coverage of ink. And then I'm just going to bring this label in so you can see it. Huff on it. I've wasted a minute, so I'm just going to do it again. And I'm just going to, in this beautiful font, I haven't used this yet, Merry. And I think they've split the words deliberately so that you can do this and have 2 colours. So that's the oh, see, look, ink on the finger. You must make sure, because it would end up ruining a card that you spent ages doing. Okay. And now I'm going to do real red for the Merry. Now I'm just popping some Versamark. Don't want you to get wound up about that, but it's just because I'm OCD about it going, no, I don't want to do red on the Merry. I've already done the Merry. And I've made it go red. What I want is, oh my goodness, it's a fire engine just pulling up outside. Oh, okay, we're nearly finished. Right, I need my Christmas to do it in red. Oh, I'm hoping it's just turning around. He is. Oh, that was a minute. Scary minute. Okay, so now I can line up where my Christmas is going to go. And I can see that the Y from my Merry is hanging down, and I've managed to avoid it. And there you go. And then I've got space to put some gems there. Okay. So that's using colour. And I will just kind of show you what the difference is when you stamp in black. Because sometimes you can have too much colour, you know. It's it can be bombarding. just going to clean those later. Right, so I've got, let me just do these two. I'll sort these out. Right, so let's go. Have I done both insides? Yes, I have. Okay. And that one's going to go on there as well. Merry Christmas. Sort that out another time. I'll just stamp onto my grid paper so that you can see what it's like. And let's use this. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Again, with the photopolymer, I'm going to line up that it's the, so that that is straight. And then that should mean the rest of the stamp set follows. It's quite a big stamp set, so I'm doing it across all the areas. And then I can line it up. So very different from the colour. But sometimes you want it in black and white. For example, this one, the Shepherd's Care. I wouldn't want lots of colour on that. I would want it to be quite monochrome. And I will be doing that in the weeks to come. Also, I've just got a new stamp set, which I'm going to just... I have actually got some circles. So let me... Because I just see that there's a circular one there. Pop my lid. I've just you can see all the ink around the edge there because I have actually just re-inked it. You get these little bottles. This is the Memento. Actually, what I'll do is have I got a dry one that I can re-ink for you. Let's have a look at basic grey. I don't use it very often. Right, I'm just going to show you how to re-ink. So I need my basic grey. Basic beige, basic grey. So that's my ink refill, and the way you do it is you go across, pushing the ink out, do like lots of little Z's, turn it around and go the other way. And then if you remember the way that you close it, it then has it sitting upside down, so the ink will stay there. So that's how to refill. That's right, I was going to show you the circle. Okay, what size circles have I got? That's a circle. In fact, a circle fits inside that. That's too big. And they've been embossed, so I can't stamp on them anyway. There's a big circle. Probably be easier to punch one out. Oh, there's a couple of circles. I think they're too small. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's the same size as that. Yeah, this is a pre-order, so of the online exclusives coming out next month. Oh, actually, I thought it was bigger than that, but that might be all right. Yes, I think it's going to work. Just to brighten your day. It's photopolymer. And as you can see, it's just arrived, but they're already on there, but I haven't even taken them off yet. Now, if you remember, I said there's going to be some sort of coating on it. So what I'm going to do is, whoops, I'm just going to wipe it with my chamois and hopefully get off any residue that's on there. And take my Memento just to brighten your day. And it fits perfectly. And because it's a circle, that brighten is quite big font. So I need to make sure I've got really good coverage. Oh, beautiful. There you go. Okay, so I hope that's given you some sort of understanding of ink, and ink. And it doesn't need to be hard. It can be very basic. As you saw, I stamped the messages on the inside, and there's lots more things you can do with it. In the weeks going on, I will show you how to, I think I've got colouring, not next week, but the week after. Where's my list one? And something like the ones that come, the reindeer fun, for example, where you can colour or you can stamp straight onto coloured cardstock. So that's something that will be fun to do. So that's all I've got for you today, and I will be back next week with, if I could find my list, I've put it some, oh there it is, I put it somewhere safe. Right, next week it's ribbons and embellishments, so I'm glad I didn't use that ribbon today. And then the week after is colouring, so we'll have some fun with that. But I'd like to say thanks for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll be back next Friday. Take care. Bye.